Alright, you know what I'm saying? We back with another show, Politicking. We finna get into what's real. You know what I'm saying? We have here today King Ranch B. We got Brian, my dog Trey, my little homie Philly, Raheem, Sadabin, Kadabin, you know what I'm saying? Yours truly. So, you know what I'm saying? I want to throw this out there, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit going on in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? But first, before we get into hip hop, I want to know, what do y'all consider keeping it real? Because, like, keeping it real could mean anything. You talk about a nigga working a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, just paying bills and taking care of his kids and shit like that. Or a nigga that's in the street game and doing his thing out there and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you got niggas that get caught, that don't snitch. Then you got niggas that snitch and say, I'm just surviving this shit. But niggas still consider them as real niggas, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to start with Reggie, and then we're going to just go around the boards talking about, you know what I'm saying, what do you feel about keeping it real? What is your opinion about what's keeping it real?
Keeping it real is what's true to you, man. Just being true to yourself. Like, even when the cameras is off and all that other stuff. Like, I spit a verse for somebody and I said, hustling's my only option. And I just thought I'd mention. He was like, I thought you wasn't a gangster rapper. You talking about hustling. I was like, come on now, let's keep it real. Hustling is not just selling drugs. Hustling could be having my own business and going here and doing this. Right. It's not about like what you think it is, like hustling on the corner and all that other BS. But keeping it real is just like being true to yourself, basically.
Right. Keeping it real to me is respecting on what you do. Keeping it real as being honest to who you are and not portraying something that you're not. Keeping it real to me is if you claim to be a real MC and that you can flow, prove it. Spit your game. That's what it is to me.
Keeping it real, basically everything they said, to the 10th degree. Handling your responsibilities when you have to. If you're not a G, you're not a G. If you a regular 9 to 5 cat, you a 9 to 5. Be the best damn 9 to 5 cat out there, but you know, that's what you do. That's what you do, and most of all, be proud of that shit. Be proud of what you do. You know, because can't nobody take that from you, no matter what.
You gonna need to start going last, man. Yeah, man. Nah, but to me, man, keeping real is, man, just being yourself, man. And if you say you're gonna do something, you know what I mean? Like, don't do it because everybody else expect you to do it or that, you know what I'm saying? That's just the way you think it's supposed to be, man. Just do that shit because that's just the way it is, you know what I mean? To me, man, keeping it real is, man, just the way I was brought up, man, it is what it is, you know what I mean? That's a better way to say that, you know?
Keeping it real, keeping it 100, keeping it real. Keeping it being, keeping it real, man. Just pretty much what everybody says. Being yourself, being true to yourself. Don't do it because everybody else is doing it. You ain't gotta be real in your raps, but you gotta be real inside the booth and outside the booth. Just keeping it real.
All right, so I want to throw this out there.
Let me say this one thing. He's keeping it real because he has gloves on inside and doesn't care. That's keeping it real. I had to point that out.
That's OJ right there.
OJ, whatever. The man has got wool gloves, cotton. I'm sorry, whatever it is, gloves on.
Polyester
gloves, man. Inside. That's keeping it real.
Keeping it real. My hands are frozen.
They're frozen.
They're frozen.
That's what's cold though. That's not keeping it real.
No, my hands are frozen. Okay. My hands are frozen. I'm good.
My man's keeping it real because he got 2 watches on.
And I damn sure noticed that earlier. But you just can't tell when you're.
And that shit just puzzled the hell out of me the first time I seen it.
6 and I won't say 15.
Everybody here can join with the best of them, and he's like, you know what? I'm cold. I'm putting my gloves on. Now, outside, we was walking outside. We'd all be like, it's cold. His hands would be warm, but we'd still be making fun of him. That's keeping it real, my opinion.
I'm not
coming at you right now.
I'm saying.
He used you to make his point.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not coming. If I was to come at you, I'd come at you. I don't want to. I can't, but I don't want to.
Do you feel like you want to come at me now?
No, I don't want to. I think you want me to.
Keep it real, though.
I think you want me to. I don't want to come
y'all
at you.
niggas getting all salty.
I don't want to come at you.
They talking about keeping it real.
I don't want to come at you. I was giving you props
Yeah, cause
I mean, want to come at me?
I want to come
I
back.
What you gonna say, dog?
I'm gonna keep it real.
What you gonna say?
Go ahead, man.
All right.
You got the flow.
You know what I'm saying? Cause there's been some things going on in hip hop and shit, and a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, questioning like a lot of dudes' integrity and shit, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like them actually doing or portraying a certain person or doing anything. And I'm not insinuating anything about anyone or nothing like that. Me personally, I love hip hop. I love the state of it. The thing I don't like about it, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't hustle, just say you ain't hustle, or you ain't pimp, just say you ain't pimp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you want to rap about that shit, just say you never did it, but you know what I'm saying, you like rapping about this shit. I ain't got no problem with that shit, because it's always entertaining. But when you saying that, you know what I'm saying, this is what you really did and shit like that, that's what leaves a question mark in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So, as far as about hip hop and shit.
But so you see hip hop as only just being about hustling? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what they bring.
that's what it's starting to seem like, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I don't like about it.
I think what it is that, like I said, it goes back to the environment, man, and what you know what I'm saying? Some cats, that's all they know, you know what I'm saying? So that's what they rap about. That's all they see, and that's all they do, you know what I'm saying? Even if they don't do it, that's all they see.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you know what I'm saying, your real life gonna portray, I mean, what you see in your real life is gonna come out regardless if you try to hide it or not, you know what I'm saying? It's like trying to be a ghetto motherfucker and just get rich instantly.
Yeah.
A lot of people think since
Okay, so why not? If you're in that game, and you was in the game, and you hip hop now, right?
Mhm.
Why not say, okay, this is where I'm from, but I'm choosing to do this to get out of it. I mean, that's what they're doing, but they're still showing all the steps of what they do to give another young person to go out there and do what he was doing. So that means you're holding back more black people in our society. So you just replace yourself in society. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You making it big, but you putting another person in your spot.
Well, a lot of times, man, I think, well, with cats, and I'm not trying to defend nobody, I'm just speaking for myself in general. A lot of cats, when they be speaking about whatever they do, you know what I'm saying, whatever nefarious activity they was into before they got into music and shit, is that they wanna, you know what I'm saying, they felt like this is what got them out of their situation. This is what they did to get out their situation and shit. They may have caused somebody some pain, some heartache and shit like that. And it's really selfish, dog. It's really selfish, to be honest with you, to be portraying this or talking about this and telling niggas like to do this and this is, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But when you tell niggas like don't do this and you rap about that shit, kind of like what Pop was doing and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like telling niggas like, you know what I'm saying? He said some shit like, the life of a ghetto star. He's saying something about having a money I can't spend, a bunch of cars I can't drive, and an addict for a wife. That's the life of a ghetto star. And basically he was just saying like, you know what I'm saying, he was talking about the dope game, and the dope game not being what it cracked up to be, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit ain't all that glamorous and shit. And a lot of that shit is just smoke and mirrors. And when niggas get into that lifestyle and they get to doing that shit, it's really a trap. You know what I'm saying? And you really trap. Because once you got a felony, dog, and you go try to apply for a job, they ain't even trying to look at you, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know nobody enough, you fucked, dog. And at least you keep it real, dog. You know what I'm saying? My problem is, dog, you got niggas that done went to school, that's educated niggas, dog, and won't admit they educated. Like, nigga, what's wrong with going to school, nigga?
Yeah, that's my thing.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, it seems that I'm not from the hood, but it seems like that's not keeping it real in the hood. When you say you have a degree, and they're trying to appease the hood. My question is the hood really worth appeasing? I mean, is it really? I know it's your home, I know, and you love your home, but if it's as bad as you say it is, why are you propping it up?
Cause you know what? No, it's just like I said. You know what I'm saying? It's like a nigga, like it's all he have. And you know, black people, dog, we have so much pride, dog. So we take pride in almost damn near everything.
Thing, though, man.
It is.
It's a dangerous
pride
thing.
is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Pride is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers go to war because of pride. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker in Egypt won't step down because of pride. He said, I step down, but not right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit can end and this motherfucker step down.
But how long can we as black people keep using that as our excuse? That's all I know. I mean,
It's a cop-out.
When are
It is a cop-out,
finally
dog.
going
It
to
is a
say
cop-out.
that's not all we know?
You know what though, dog? When you strive some niggas, dog, they don't strive for so much. Like me, dog, I'm a daredevil, dog. I take risks, you know what I'm saying? I jump out a window, dog, you know what I'm saying? To get my dreams out there and shit, or accomplish all my goals, I take that risk, you know what I'm saying? So everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes, and then with that being said, dog, a lot of people, dog, they don't know what good is.
But once you've reached your goal, and you've reached your goal, and shouldn't you change up how you feel now? Shouldn't you change up how you act, the way you? I mean, because if the main goal is to get out of the hood, and you accomplish that through hip hop, why are you still acting hood once you've done that?
Is it a thing of keeping it real?
That's
is that not keeping it real?
And to me, I would say no, it's not, because you can be in the hood shooting your videos, but then when the cameras go off, you go into your $6 million mansion. That's not keeping it real, but that's what we seem to see.
A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I think, and I ain't speaking for nobody or speaking for myself, is that when you see videos like that, it's more like a ode, you know what I'm saying, to that neighborhood than anything. It's like a shout out, dog, than anything, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you really want to shout out a hood?
Yeah,
put some money in it.
Exactly.
Bump the video.
But
put some money into the hood. Build a playground for the kids. If you
clean it up.
If you as big as you say you are or claim you are, get the dope heads out of there. Get the drugs.
You can't do that.
But it's a start. I mean, it can be a start. It can be done. It can be done. If you have that kind of influence, you can do that. But instead, you get over there and you glamorize the hood. You glamorize the big cars and the drug dealers and the pimps and everything. You glamorize that. That's what the little kids see. And then when the camera goes off, you, like I said, you go back to your mansion,
right?
And then
they
see
feeling your
ghetto
spot.
bird, the ghetto bird and all that stuff.
A lot of times though, dog, like
that's not.
I'm not speaking for nobody else. I'm speaking for myself. A lot of times when I see cats do stuff like that, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like you say, go back to their $6 million mansion. You know what I'm saying, and then they don't live that type of lifestyle, but other people start living that lifestyle and shit like that. That's how they relate to the people, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's how I relate to my people. That's how I give back by talking about that. But if I'm not telling my people how to advance and shit, I'm really being selfish, dog. I'm taking.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not keeping it real when I'm taking from my people, but I'm not telling them how to advance themselves, as far as like educating them about music, you know what I'm saying? As far as like, I like hearing shit like that every now and then, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like all that hood shit, dog, because that shit ain't all glamorous, dog. It ain't what it's cracked up to be. Ain't nothing cool about seeing somebody mama strung out on crack. Ain't nothing cool about going to your homeboy funeral every Saturday, dog. Ain't nothing cool about wearing fucking t-shirts with your homeboy dead on that shit. Ain't nothing cool about having dope fiends break inside your house and shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing cool about that shit, dog. But, you know what I'm saying? Niggas glamorize that shit and make it like it's like the hood is the shit to be in and shit like that. And then you got people going right back into the same circle, dog. So instead of progressing, we regress or degress.
So that's what I'm saying. So once you've made it out of that, why don't you pump the brakes? Instead of glamorizing it in your videos to pay homage or to shout them out, pump the brakes. Stop it. No, stop the circle somewhere. I mean, at least
feel
make
like
the
nothing's
attempt.
wrong with that. Like if you have a song saying, "I'm from 112 Avenue, blah blah blah." That's cool. But if you have another song saying like, look, you know what I'm saying, being from the hood is cool, but making it out is even better, that's cool. That's what I relate to, dog. Cause that shit, all that dope boy shit them niggas be talking about and all that shit ain't what it cracked up to be, dog. You got niggas in prison, dog, doing 25 years and shit, wishing they never sold dope. Like, boy, if I could do it all again. If I could do it all again. Then you got these niggas out here, dog, that's straight up killers. Be snitching on first time them people asking them throw 25 years to life at them, nigga, they telling nigga I don't give a fuck, I'm surviving, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog? You take a life, nigga, you gotta give a life, nigga. And that's how that shit go, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you live that type of lifestyle, nigga, that's what comes with it, dog. That's your lick, nigga.
But stop that cycle is what I'm trying to say. Stop that cycle.
You got the power to do it.
One man can't do it.
One man can't do it. But a click. Thank you. It is a start. Yeah. I mean, to say one man can't do it and then not try.
That's the cop out.
Yeah.
Just because you don't see somebody else doing, don't mean
you got
right
to
for you to do it.
If you have the ability to go to a hood that you haven't been to in a long time because you've made it and shoot a video in broad daylight and not really have to worry about getting robbed or anything, I think you should be all right. I think you can be all right. So what you need to do then is go to the schools first and foremost. You got to get the kids first. You got to get the kids first. Whether it's building them a playground, building them a rec center, talking to them every week, every time that you can, and say, look, this is what I did. This is what I went through. This is the part that you don't see. This is how I was. This is how I could have been, because for every one of me, there's 50 of us in jail and 100 more on the ground.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
But you, like I'm saying is, you don't see any of that on videos, and you damn near don't hear it in any other rhymes.
Man, I heard it. I heard a lot of people talk about, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the hood being hell and just making it out. Then you got a lot of niggas that praise that shit, and unfortunately, the niggas that praise that shit is the niggas that's on top, dog. Like, that shit cool being from the projects and shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's my opinion. That they're not keeping it real. They're not keeping it real because they're lying.
Yeah.
Because if it was so fucking cool, you wouldn't have moved out.
Right. Now, don't get me wrong, not wrong from being from the project, dog. But as far as like glamorizing that shit and making it like it's more than what it is, dog. Why are you trying to get out if that was the case?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why the artists of today seem to do that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they're not keeping it real.
What it is that I think a lot of them they feel like they'll lose touch. Not so much a brainwash, but they'll lose touch with their audience.
They lose
Right.
the audience also.
So they do that type of
But
shit.
are they
That shit
even- I mean,
like
but
it's like
really
stupid.
paying
It's like
them.
it's like putting on your pants on backwards and shit. You know what I'm saying? Walking around. That shit's stupid.
But are they really getting money from said hood? Because
Yeah, you kind of are, because those are the ones that's buying your albums and stuff. Those are the ones that getting you.
but let's be clear. Most artists nowadays don't even make that much money because they're not selling.
Yeah.
That's why they have these crazy concerts all over. You know, that's why they have now ringtones and how many kids now you got a whole rack of kids with cell phones, maybe ringtones, but the majority of people buying ringtones is suburbanites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
Well, that's not true though, because the kids in the hood, they got ringtones.
No, and I understand, I understand.
They the first ones with the ringtones.
I understand it, and
You by the phone got a little ringtone
Right.
section.
Yeah, and I also found out too that you can actually do that without actually buying.
Ringtone,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
You can do that without actually buying. I mean, I just found out that I can do it, so I don't have to buy another ringtone for the rest of my life and still have ringtones. I just think that these artists are receiving a lot more money from outside the hood than they are from the hood, but yet they're glamorizing the hood to folks who've never been there.
What you think they prostitute the hood?
In a sense.
Their hood, the one that they're from.
In a sense, yeah.
Everybody, that's what everyone does.
I guess
Where
so.
they from.
Yeah, they're using the hood. They're using their area to
So
get
you
out.
feel like
It just
they're
so happens to be
prostituting the hood,
it's from the hood.
or is it keeping the real thing? What is it? What do you
It's
call it?
not keeping it real.
not keeping
It's
it
not
real.
keeping it real. There's nothing about glorifying negativity is keeping it real. There's nothing real about
It's
that.
like you making yourself.
But you got niggas saying, look, that shit gangster.
Yeah.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
Who?
Everybody say that shit.
Who's everybody?
Well, some of everybody, dog.
But
The hood said,
That's a real cliche, dog. That shit gangster right now. That car gangster.
The
That-
people who still
Nigga, that
in
was
the hood
gangster
that's
when he
broke
dunked
is
on
saying
that.
that was your thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Reggie. Repeat what you just
the
said.
people who are still broke and in the hood is saying,
Now you got
that's
some.
gangster.
You got niggas that's paid that still say shit like that because, like, you know what I'm saying.
Who?
But you got people who-
Who's
Like-
really paid? Who's really paid?
But
Because
who do we really know that's really paid?
Who, that's what I'm saying.
We
I
don't
mean,
know who's
you
really
don't-
paid. We see it and we hear about it.
You don't see Puff Daddy rolling through his old neighborhood anymore.
Hell no.
You don't see Jay-Z rolling through
You
his
damn
neighborhood.
sure don't. You don't even
know
see him
what I'm
in. Never mind.
You don't see none of them cats
Yeah,
rolling
well-
through their hood no more.
Well, that's not true, man. Because where I'm from, man,
Mhm.
you see the niggas from my hood all the time.
Who?
Siegel, Freeway,
And-
Cassidy. You see them niggas
but
all the time.
once again,
Gilly, you see Gilly. Well, I seen that nigga at my sister's graduation.
They're playing. They're
He's
playing
not
with.
really.
Well, let me ask you this. Well, let me ask you this.
They may.
Let
Let's
me
say
ask
they
you
may
this.
have in between, and let's be real generous. They may have 10 million collectively.
Yeah.
What you just mentioned.
He just said he finna make a good point because I was gonna add on to it. I would say if niggas in the hood cause they choose to be in the hood or cause they have to be in the hood.
Right.
It's a big difference between the
It's a
two,
big
dog.
difference.
Oh,
Because-
you know,
wait. Because if you got money,
Yeah, I know.
you got money.
You out
Do you
the
think
hood.
them niggas in the hood because they got money or because they in the hood because like
That's what they friends.
That's what they had to be. Like they
You
got
got-
another choice.
listen,
They don't have to be in the hood.
You got niggas, right?
Yeah.
That got money, but they ain't got a lot of money. So
Yeah.
they hang around niggas that's like got moderate success.
Yeah.
So they look like a baller.
Yeah.
Niggas be like, well, that nigga
I know
got
what you
cash.
mean.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like a bad chick walking around with fat jump.
Thank you, dog.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so is that keeping it real?
No, that's not keeping it real. But at the same time, if that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you see, like some rappers, they be like, man, I'm paid, I'm rapping, but I still live in the hood.
Like you got.
Hell no, you
Now I watched the C Murder DVD, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He
I
bought
actually
his
said some
own
real shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas
apartment
like
in the hood.
these niggas that
So
got.
this Scarface, that like you
Said
said,
this nigga worth $300 million. He in the hood chilling.
Who?
playing
C
video
Murder, he got a
games.
crib in.
Playing video games.
Does he put
in the
back?
house.
Does he put back into the hood though?
Now he does. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
now
I thought he
big
was.
time.
He not in jail no more.
Well, he
Yeah,
had
bailed
bailed out and you know all that
Yeah.
bullshit. You know what I'm saying with his case or whatever. But shout out to that nigga. But you got niggas that got money that can come back to hood like him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
but a lot of niggas
I
don't
don't
do
think
that.
you know what I'm saying. I don't think that's
A lot of
real.
them
I
can't
think
do
it's
that.
more like
Why you
Yeah.
say that?
A lot
he's
of
just
them
like
can't do
connecting
that.
with the people.
They
You know
don't
what I'm
have as much
saying?
They don't
money.
have
They don't have that kind of
credibility.
money.
You got
Yeah.
niggas like
Back.
Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, that nigga love the hood, dog. He don't care how much money he get, dog. He
Yeah,
gonna
I
always be
understand
Trick. You know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
dog? And he feel like he's a spokesperson for the hood. So what he's doing,
He does a lot though for the
he
hood.
does. You know what I'm saying? He show up at the gangs and shit like that,
Yeah.
dog, and shit like that. I feel like he's like more of a spokesperson for the hood. So what he doing, I feel like he's keeping it real on what he's doing because that always been him, dog.
Mhm.
All that, you know what I'm saying, that celebrity shit being a star, that wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could have took it to the next level and brought a few niggas with him and you know what I'm saying? Like he could have did more for the city that way. And shit like, but he chose to be moderate so he can still touch bases with the people and shit, still stay grounded and shit like that. Now that to me, that's real.
So your
But
thing,
in a sense, like as far as like us as a people, like the movement going forward and shit, that shit was like kind of backwards though. You know what I'm saying? So
I think niggas do that shit to keep a safe zone. So if them niggas do, like they correct do fuck up, they always get back to the hood. So nigga, what using my video, nigga? What?
You got a point.
Yeah,
You got a
like
point.
niggas
You
do
got a
that
point.
shit for a safe zone, but at the same time, some niggas don't do it for a safe zone. Like Will Smith, I seen that nigga in the hood a lot, but not in the hood. Like you seen him like a basketball court.
but is
But that's
he from
because
the hood though?
yeah, that nigga from West Philly, nigga. That nigga from right around the corner from my grandma's house. His grandma live right around the corner from my grandma's house, nigga. Shout out. That nigga, I don't see him in the hood never. You always see him on Springfield or something like that because that nigga paid. Now, you know Will Smith paid. He did
But
movies.
this like,
His ass ain't coming
well,
to
let
the
me ask you
hood.
this: do you think if I'm worth $30 million, let me see, I'm not worth $30 million. I have $30 million. As far as me going back to hood and just be sitting around a bunch of niggas who ain't got nothing, who sitting around
Right.
doing nothing.
You right.
You think that's smart?
Hell no, you right.
If you sitting around doing nothing,
No, these niggas not doing nothing.
Oh.
I come through the hood, I'm just chilling with these niggas.
don't
and they
chill
broke.
with them. That's what. That's
Is
the
that
whole-
keeping it
don't
real?
chill with them.
Or is
No,
that just real
that's
dumb?
No, that's not
No,
keeping it
you're
real.
not
That's
keeping it
stupid.
real.
Yeah, that's
You're
stupid. You want to keep
Why
it
is
real?
he keeping it real?
Cause
Your homeboys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
I'm
was
just
home.
Yeah. But listen, if them niggas was really my homeboys, you think they'd be sitting in the hood
I was
broke like
going to
that?
say if
Right.
they be really your
If
people.
I fuck with them like that, you
Well,